And here is the Ventura County side hoping to do just that. Notably in goal. Turn to Coronado. Maybe room to have a go at this. Blasted well wide of the post.
That's a dangerous ball. It's going to put Asenge in trouble, even if it gets there. So Asenge is now having to scramble. Everybody is disoriented, and that's just a poor giveaway. At this level, that can't happen, and it's an effort that I believe we'd have been seeing a recommendation for a review, but nonetheless, just a corner.
Corner for El Paso. Whipped in, Dolenmeyer, the target, was coming across the face of the defender. Makana was able to push it out. Ruiz. It's down by Torres. And another corner to El Paso.
El Paso in round one were able to score multiple times from corner kicks against Harpo's FC. Admittedly, stiffer competition tonight, but nonetheless, the likes of Dolenmeyer is always a target. Number 15, he's sitting right on the penalty spot right now. But he's fighting for position.
Corner in, bounces across and gets off Carter. Dolenmeyer may have gotten the magic touch. Either way, El Paso has the lead.
Set pieces were what got El Paso through the first round, and it's much the same for this one. I think it's going to be Rindolph in the end that unfortunately turns it in. If he gets the slightest touch, either way, it was already headed in, an impossible task to clear it off the line.
And he described at the time intangibles that he hadn't seen in the group yet. He said you can work in practice, but what matters is games. We've shown we're a little bit of the opposite. Mentally weak from the results. The tendency is to go too low after falling behind, suffering a goal. Comes Bucknor. He unloads! Oh, really good look. This is a corner.
Bucknor had one thought in mind when he got isolated 1v1. It was always going to be about how does he create the angle to get the shot off. The good deception, to the credit, that is really good defending from Torres to stay step for step. Bucknor is actually going away too, so it increases the degree of difficulty.
Corner lofted across, and the header held on the line by Mora.
We saw at the other end, it's the near post run. This one, because it's the outswinging nature, secondary touch to get beyond Mora. But both teams have shown the other team has a bit of a weakness on corner kicks at the near post. So I'm just keep an eye on now on set pieces as the half and the rest of this match unfold.
It's the venue adjacent to the MLS stadium. Track and field stadium, part of Dignity Health Sports Park. Big diagonal, that's well done by El Paso. Carter's waiting centrally. Stabbed out, overlap was there. Carter, well, he could have had a go at the goal, he couldn't get turned. Dolenmeyer came up to backstop.
That switch has been devastating so far. It's twice now. There's a real vulnerability right now for Ventura County to be able to get back and cover in those wide areas. El Paso are doing a good job of exposing that space.
Ruiz. Wilmer Cabrera last year said he didn't pick the ingredients, was asked to cook when he first came in. He went out and shopped for himself over the summer, continued in the winter months. Number of players that he coached at Rio Grande Valley prior to them folding. And has built a team that thus far in the league has 5 points through 4 games in the championship. Corner coming for El Paso. Marcinkowski went for it, couldn't get there, and it's slashed home. El Paso double their money inside half an hour.
Keep an eye on Marcinkowski. He's going to get impeded somehow. There's no foul in this play, and it's absolutely a foul that doesn't get called. Marcinkowski gets bumped by an El Paso player, but nonetheless, our referee.
Well, once in a while, you just see something where you're like, nah, I'm good. I've hit that point. I'll let them decide.
Oh.
Trouble given away. Chasing in. Keeper's back. And this wide in the end from Vanny.
Vanny was put in a difficult spot here. This is a poor back pass, and now as this is one, Karani has to be able to be decisive here. Okay, the shot's not on, that's fine, but he's waiting, and he's absolutely just taken all the time that Vanny had. If he's gonna lay it off, he's gotta make that decision quicker or bypass Vanny for someone at the top of the box.
Appeals everywhere for a foul on Carter. Players go down again, not getting that call. Shevsky.
Oh, Buckner's already on a yellow, and there he goes.
Out. Buckner's night is done.
Incredibly late, endangered the player's safety. It's as straightforward of a yellow card as you could get.
And there's the tactical nature of it, too. There's the yellow, and there's the red. He's off. So Ventura County is down 2 goals and now down a man.
Who knows? But Marcinkowski's job is to make sure he's ready if it does.
It's a pretty wild Galaxy goalkeeping depth chart, to your point, right? McCarthy is one MLS Cup MVP. Mitrovic is only 23, and Greg Vanny's talked about there's going to be some learning moments for a young goalkeeper getting an opportunity throughout this season. Brady Scott had big moments within the U.S. Youth National Team and is only 25. And with it, the conclusion of round 2 will be here in Carson, California. The draw tomorrow for the 3rd round will be on the CBS Sports Golazo Network, which will be hosting matches throughout the rest of the tournament, starting in round 3. Ball chipped back, shot on is wide by Coronado.
It's by much. Good expansive play, what you'd expect up a man. So Paso shift this from side to side. Watch the deft touch on this. Coronado is going to set up shop, give it a shout. Wonderful weight. Get the angle right to put it on target.
Buckner was sent off in the 34th minute, the first for dissent, the second yellow for a rash challenge. So Ventura County down a man here the rest of the way. It's a different kind of test here for El Paso. Very different team than they played last week. If they concede here on the road, it could become a very long night. Being professional in this moment will save them a lot of grief. And they start the second half as they did the first. Now it's worth noting, Jamie, you'll be on the draw tomorrow. Frankly, there's not a lot of decisions that, all things relative, need to be made. There's the fact that every team that goes through into the next round has to play one of the new entrants from the championship. 16 playoff teams from last year will enter in that round. So you take away a little bit of that oddity. And then the other side, not every team that enters has an appropriate venue to host or asks to host. So in that sense, a lot will be decided. This hit from range and sent away Ruiz, denied by Marcinkowski.
There's going to be a lot of these efforts from distance as Ventura County sit in and just try to absorb pressure. Who's been the mastermind of all of this, putting it all together. So yeah, it'll be great. We'll be able to recap the first 2 rounds, how we've gotten to this point, what to expect in round 3 going forward, and how it all shapes up. So a couple games finishing up. This will be the latest one, but Tacoma, Defiance, Spokane Valley, that match is going on right now as well. So that needs to finish up. This match needs to play out how it's going to go. 2-0 up a man. There's expectations of how it should go, but it is the Open Cup. Anything can happen. So, and then everything will get set, and it'll be a late night for our friend Mr. Applegate as he gets everything set up for the draw tomorrow.
If you're a fan of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you know the whole Pepe Sylvia concept. All the stuff strewn out on the board, a number of pieces of yarn trying to connect non-existent dots.
Yes.
These are existent dots, and he does have a lot of yarn. Trying to figure out the best groups. Make this geographically simplistic. Ball across, and sweeping at it was Moshaban.
David Applegate deserves a lot of credit for all the hard work he does to put this tournament to the success it has year after year.
On the cut inside, Quesada. I don't know that.
You said it. The attacks continue to exist for El Paso. This one goes a little bit wide, but to your point, it's remarkable when you think about where things were. Miles as well for a very long time. Two wonderful human beings as well.
I've watched probably the precise amount of games from this venue over the years, commentated by those two.
I've played in enough games at this field.
Yep, I don't doubt that.
Scored an own goal on my birthday on the one and that Marcinkowski's defending now.
Which birthday was that?
21? I don't know. Celebrated too much afterwards to remember. Corner kick. 2 guys jumped up. I watched it. It hit me in the side of the face and went in. And I did that thing where you turn around and you're looking for the ball and it's in the net.
Torres laces that off Marcinkowski.
Much venom there is in this strike. Lovely little skill to sidestep, and when Torres releases this, there's nothing Marcinkowski can do with his hands.
In LA. El Paso springing forward. Another goal, really take the sting out of it. It's hit by Moshaban at Marcinkowski, and they haven't quite been able to put this away yet.
Good breakout. This is what's going to happen when Ventura County is starting to push some numbers forward and take some chances. They're going to get exposed situations in the back and even numbers. At times, there's going to be some moments where Marcinkowski is going to be relied on to make these saves.
Touched away from Vanny. Beto Avila and Andy Cabrera coming on. Andy Wilmer's son. So the manager for El Paso is going to be lined up more or less directly against the son of the manager of the Galaxy.
It's just something that you don't see very often, and something also makes you feel slightly old. Cool moment. It's a fraternity for these coaches. It's a small circle. It's something that you or I cannot really relate to. How difficult it is to get your foot in the door and then the harder job of staying in that door. So to be able to do that, then be able to see your children grow up and have success and make it to the professional level, and for Wilmer to get to be able to coach them, and Greg to be able to have his son inside of the organization on the ball now.
Ooh, able to release that through and stabbed away by the keeper, Mora. They're going to bring this back. That's an obvious card. Heck of a ball played through either way.
This is an insane ball, knowing you're about to get laid into, to be committed to the task at hand.
Then Open Cup, if you're drawn on the road, either way you're going to have to go back to El Paso in the middle and then go to Colorado Springs. And then they'll go on the road the following week to Texoma in the Jägermeister Cup, which is the USL's essentially Carabao Cup, the League Cup. It runs alongside essentially the Open Cup being like an English FA Cup. Ball slipped ahead. That is brilliant. And trying to get around the keeper. Kicked away by Mora to deny Karani. And a real chance to get back into the game for Ventura County.
That's a big moment in this match. No two ways about it. If Karani's able to put that in, this goes 2-1 with 13 minutes left. Everything changes.
Beginning of their club's history 7 years ago.
What a ball that is.
Went away from that style more toward what Brian Claerhout had done at Sundsvall in Sweden, but ultimately, after a really hot start, all fell apart.
I think Claerhout will find another club in this league. I think he's more than capable. Young manager, but has already had a lot of success at a young age, and I think he's just waiting. I think there's a plethora of really good managers. Another one that comes to mind, Mark Briggs.
Yeah.
Those two guys are big future.
Ball shuffled through by Mosheban. Avila crossing, and it's tapped home by Andy Cabrera. That should be the dagger with less than 10 minutes remaining. And Wilmer Jr. seals the deal for El Paso on the road.
Well-crafted team goal. Just the ability to break pressure. Good spacing. When Mosheban gets into space, now it's a 3v2. It's just the timeliness of it.
Can I continue where I was at?
Yeah, please.
All right. Naples handles Little Rock, so the League Two side goes out. Here comes El Paso, perhaps looking for a fourth. Marsikowski will handle that. Knoxville defeats Greenville, so there will be no great run there. Regrettably for all of us, Des Moines Menace is out, and Sasha Kleshin is suspended from participating in the first round next year, as he saw a red card from the bench. Union Omaha advance. Then there's that pesky Tacoma Defiance. That's in extra time, so they'll finish after us. Ball laced across, sliding effort. Avila, he assisted the goal by Cabrera and nearly returned the favor. Tacoma's up on Spokane, an own goal in the 99th. Sees that in the 108th minute now. You best go check that out on the U.S. Soccer YouTube page. It's just a click away.
So a big congratulations to El Farolito. It's the NPSL team that made it the furthest in the tournament.
Get that money.
50K. That's a lot of burritos.
It is. That's what you would spend $50,000 on if you played on the El Farolito team, more burritos.
So, I mean, it's a labor of love, soccer, work, the store, everything.
Gastrointestinal issues.
Ooh, there's a kick out.
If you're Coronado, you're thinking, really? 8 seconds remaining, and I'm going to feel that all week. That's it. We're done. Second round victory for El Paso Locomotive, and advancing to the third round by knocking out Ventura County.